Hey everyone, I'm so grateful that you're here. I wanted to do a little bit of a galactic energy update, talk about what's happening with the galactics, with the Pleiadians, what's going on Gaia, and how we're all interacting to just continue on this wonderful ascension spiral. So we have had an increased presence of higher frequency energy in our multidimensional aspects of galactics. We've got an influx of species that are really high frequency. I'm talking 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th dimensional energies are coming in through our solar portal because we have grounded the frequencies to be able to support their manifestation in our reality. What does this mean for humanity? Well, this means that we are approaching that tipping point. Consciousness is just expanding. We are grounding this light. We are becoming love. We are manifesting new earth. And everything that goes along with that manifestation is here, which includes these higher frequency multidimensional aspects of us, our star guides, ET guides, those types of things. So many of you that have been doing this work for some time now may notice what people might call anomalies in the atmosphere. Maybe you're seeing a grid-like structure in the sky. I know I've had some members that have been seeing that for some time. My premium members in my group, we talk about that in the coaching sessions. But also, you may be seeing some things that don't quite look like clouds, yet you're getting a feeling in your heart space that there's more to them. So this is a function of the rise in frequency. As we ground more of our higher self, we start to bring forward the remembrance of these other aspects of us. Okay, so the programming, our five senses will tell us when we're looking at the sky that we're seeing clouds. But as our DNA gets activated and we rise in frequency, things start to bleed through. So what's happening is the reality literally changes. So people who are of a lower frequency, lower bandwidth might look up and just see a normal sky when we're going to start to see what we might term as anomalies. And that's kind of that in-between state where our mind is saying, hey, something looks off, but yet we've connected enough with our divine energy that we know that our reality is changing. So a lot of you may be in that in-between space, and that is completely normal. As we rise in frequency, reality is going to change. We are actually holding the space. Our toric field is rising in frequency, and that is really the lens that we perceive reality through. So as that rises in frequency, the actual reality we perceive is going to be a higher frequency version of reality. So we're going to start to see things that we had seen eons ago in the sky, things that were normal in the sky, like craft, right? So we're getting back to that. We've gone through this descension period, and now we're on an ascension spiral. We're heading back up in frequency, and the reality is starting to revert back to what it was when humanity was at a much higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness. So we're starting to see that. And as we continue to do that, we're going to be releasing or healing our limiting beliefs, okay, or reprogramming our limiting beliefs, however you want to term it. It's going to start to be replaced with those memories, or if you want to term it, knowing of what a higher frequency version of Earth looks like. That's what's happening. That is starting to come forward, and it's starting to replace what we had been conditioned to think reality was. So how do we continue to support this process? Well, we detach more from our five senses. We start to accept what we're experiencing. We don't try to rationalize things away. We don't try to make excuses for certain anomalies and things. We allow it to be. We continue to do the work. We continue to ground consciousness into our body, ground into Gaia, do the breath work, clear our body of the dense energy. We work with the triggers and things like that so that we could ground more of this high frequency light and bring it through our body and up and out into that toric field. And as that happens, the memories, the knowing of what a higher frequency timeline or version of Earth looks like comes with it, and it starts to manifest. So we're not going to be in a situation where we're really so surprised. And my Pleiadian guide mentions this to me frequently. You know, when we start to have these perceptions and higher frequency versions of Earth start to manifest, we're going to be at the consciousness level where we're going to have that knowing. So it's not going to be that much of a shock or that much of a surprise, right? We could sit here and imagine amazing things happening and be like, wow, that would be absolutely incredible. But as that truly starts to manifest, we're going to have the consciousness grounded in the body. That's what's allowing that reality to manifest. So the knowing or remembrance is going to be there with it. So it's not going to be so much of a surprise. So when you start to perceive these new things in reality, you're starting to see auras, you're starting to see energy, you're starting to see maybe an earth grid, you're starting to see orbs, you're starting to see craft. Think of it as completely normal, because the perspective that you are seeing it from contains the knowledge within that knows what all of this is all about. Okay, so we want to just detach from the programming, because the mind is going to start again to try to frame it and pull it back down into a little box, a lower frequency. Detach from it and allow that energy to flow. And more of it is going to happen. And you're going to find that people around you are going to start talking about these amazing things that are happening, or these wild coincidences, things of that nature. So when that starts to happen, it's happened for me already. We could really anchor it in and just approach them with a reflection of their divinity and just be simply like, yeah, that's reality, because that is reality. That is all coming forward. Again, it's a remembrance of times long forgotten. It's all returning, the higher frequency versions of humanity and the aspects of us that we were in communication with. It's all returning right now. It's a glorious, glorious time. So it's really time to focus in here. Let's let go a little bit more of what's happening collectively, the fears and that kind of thing. And let's just bring it inside, and let's focus on us and bring forward our authenticity, love, gratitude, compassion, and embody that. As we do that, we're going to see the reality just change right in front of us. It's going to be like a miracle or heaven here on earth. It is such a glorious time for the light workers to be here. I know that's why I came. So if this video resonated with you guys, please give it a thumbs up, share it. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Thank you so much.